Welcome to Datcast. I'm Shades, and as always, I'm here with UK Shader. UK, how are you doing?
I'm alright, thanks. How are you doing?
Yeah, well, I've had a bit of a rough week, but I think I'm going to bounce back because we're doing the podcast, and I love doing the podcast with you. I love talking about dat goodness. Who wouldn't? Am I right? Exactly. On a quick side note, before we started this, actually, you said you were drinking tea.
Yep.
What tea are you drinking?
Earl Grey.
Earl Grey.
Yes.
Okay, Earl Grey. Do you put milk in it?
Yeah, I put a little bit in because it's bitter. It's not-
Okay. I bet you were worried because when I said, "Oh, I'm going to ask you a question about your tea."
I think I thought it was going to turn some sexual innuendo.
No. Why would I say that?
Because I'm a pervert who thinks things.
Oh, so you're just like, I wonder if he's going to ask whether or not stick a dick in my tea or something. Is that what you thought I was going to say?
When you said put milk in it, I was thinking,
Oh, I see. You were thinking like, let me just grab a breast and then put it in my tea.
oh, I wish.
Yeah, well, there you go. Because I didn't know what happens. Because in the UK, some people don't put milk in their tea. But clearly, I should have been in the gutter with you when you were thinking about that. Oh my god. Well,
That was shady. You let us down. Just kidding. Nah, you're fine.
Apart from that, I guess we should just get straight into it. We were actually like going to say what games we've been playing before we get to our main topic today. And so we've been playing a few games. And one game you said you were playing was, and I was surprised to hear that you were playing the meat and fuck games.
Yep, the Lesbian Ride one. Yep.
Is it literally called the Lesbian Ride one?
Yeah, it's called Meet and Fuck Lesbian Ride, and it's actually better than the rest of the games because there's actually stuff happening in it, so it's sort of.
Oh, okay. Because I'm not a fan of the meat and fuck games.
Me neither.
No, no, I've always thought they were just like, you know how they it'll just be like dialogue, get it wrong, get it wrong, get it right, get a reward.
Yeah,
Like,
it was a bit like that.
Is this different?
Yeah. It's a bit like that, but I think it's a bit easier because you can just keep clicking as many times as you want. You get it wrong, but then if you click, you can click the right one afterwards, and you'll still get the reward.
Oh, okay.
It's different.
And you said there was like a driving thing as well, didn't you?
Yeah, at the start, that's how you end up. And the boss is the sheriff who she's the one that arrested you, and she's the one you got to fuck near the end.
Oh,
But
okay.
she's the one that arrested you because you fight this muscly guy who's a dickhead, and basically, and he's like saying kazoo and all that. He's like, oh, you can't ride the bike. So they get in a fight. They're punching while they drive on the road while they're racing. They punch each other and stuff.
They punch each other while they're driving.
Yeah, and I was really good. I kicked his ass. That's great.
Wait, and you actually played that bit?
Yeah, you got to play that bit to get arrested by the sexy sheriff.
Oh, okay. Well, you might have to send me this game because I'm kind of interested.
Okay, I'm going to.
You can.
I sent you it the last.
Oh, you sent it to me a while ago, didn't you?
I can give you it again if you want because it's scrolled up.
Yeah, send me the link. So out of all of the, I'm just going to jokingly say, out of the 150 meat and fuck games, that would probably be the one you recommend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I figured you.
Maybe it's just the fact that lesbian was in it. That maybe that's what got me.
That was probably the thing that sold you.
Yeah.
Is the artwork good though?
It's not too bad. I mean, it's a little bit lacking in my opinion, but it's not awful like some of the meat and fuck games. But it's, I mean, I know everyone's different, but it's hit and miss for some, I guess. Like.
Okay. What about
hopefully.
the other thing we had a bit of a Skype call the other day. We were sharing flash games between each other. And one game I shared with you, and okay, I'm just going to put this on the table right now. I don't remember half the shit that happened in the game. And clearly, clearly when I sent it to you, I had no intention of re-remembering some of the things that particularly you experienced because I gave up because I was just like, the
I
game.
was really good at it.
You were really good at it. The game's called Dusty's Castle, and it's also on Newgrounds, and it's really like the graphics are nice. Like it's really well animated for a Flash game.
It is well animated.
It's more of like a puzzle style. Like you got to look at things and examine and pick up items and then move them around, sort of thing. But you seem to have a bit more of
the worst experience. Some good ones and some really questionable things.
Yeah, and I don't remember any of that in there unless they updated the game. Are we allowed to say what we saw?
Oh, go on. We can say it like a pig fucks you and
yeah,
bugs fuck you. Oh, and ant ladies fuck you as well. 4 of them. Ant ladies.
Yeah,
and
they
put honey inside of you. They put honey inside.
Yeah, she's like, I want the nectar, and I was like, what the fuck? That wasn't the game I remembered. Like,
they've added things in. I think
they have. Like, yeah, because it went from like pretty simple parts of the game to like, oh yeah, here's some bugs and a pig. Go wild. Okay. I wasn't ready for that. Look, apart from the childhood wrecking scenes, it's probably a decent game, I guess, maybe.
I'll never look at Babe in the same way ever again. What?
Oh,
I'll just think all pigs are sluts now.
Oh no!
It ruins my... I used to think pigs were cute and cuddly, but now I think they're horny things. And seriously, how did the cooked pig end up having sex with her?
That was the best part when you said it was a cooked pig, because I just assumed that there was a new genre.
Yeah,
it was a new genre. Yeah. There was another thing that was announced this week, actually. Well, I don't know if it was announced this week, but a fan sent it to me. And Sexy Beach 4. Apparently, because I've reviewed Sexy Beach 3 and Sexy Beach 0, and on the DVDs, I reviewed Sexy Beach 2, but they've recently announced Sexy Beach 4, which is called Sexy Beach Premium Paradise, I think. The trailer will be up on the screen anyway. But it's made by the same guys that made Illusion, obviously. But it's a free roaming Sexy Beach game, kind of like GTA, where not only do you get to like walk around and meet the girls on the beach like you do in the other game, but you get a free roam, so you can like take water pistols with you, you can ride floaties and stuff, and it's pretty much just like an open world Sexy Beach game, which comes out this September, which looks great. What did you think of the trailer?
Great, I think, and all the women were sexy.
Yeah,
I was like, I want to play
it. they did a really good job. I'm really jealous that Japan gets it in September, because we're gonna have to wait a bit.
Oh, we are. We're gonna have to wait bloody ever for it to come out.
But it looks so much different than the Sexy Beach games. It didn't look like a Sexy Beach game from the ones I played anyway.
It looked totally different though, didn't it?
Yeah, because the other ones were kind of like visual novel style, whereas this one you could literally walk around anywhere you wanted and explore anything. And you could, I guess there was volleyball, you could hop on floaties, you could have water pistols, you could take photos. It looked really cool. It kind of mixes together. I think people were saying, a lot of people in the comments were like, oh, it's like Artificial Girl meets Sexy Beach, which is another game which I've yet to review, but is kind of on that same line. But I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to reviewing that one, I think. And the last thing, you wanted me to talk about Scarlet Blade, because I've been playing a lot of Scarlet Blade, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You showed me some screenshots.
Some screenshots of... I'll throw some screenshots up. I've been playing... well, the fans have. They've been coaxing me, and I finally got to it. And if you want to join us, I'll say this right now. If you have Scarlet Blade, which is free, you can play it for free right now. It's not that much of a download. It's based... And look, if you haven't seen my review, go look at my review. It's a sexy, like... It's a sexy World of Warcraft. What else do you want? Like, there's boobs, there's just women, and you can get a item in the game that makes you naked. So what else do you want? Like, you can get puzzles that you can get, like nude puzzles and stuff. And so the fans have decided to create a guild in the game, and it's called the Dat Guild, and if you search as Dat Game, you will find our guild, and you'll be able to talk to one of the admins, and you might be able to join with us on the quest to build probably the biggest guild. I don't know what we're really going for, because I'm sort of just doing like sub and side missions. I'm just sort of doing whatever. Everybody else is kind of like it's funny because I got it. Yeah, like everybody else is really like high level, and I'm just kind of like off doing whatever. And they're like, "Hey, Shades, come hang out here." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, but there's a really cool tree over here. I like that tree." Like, and I just got my steed, which is like a bike. Like I just got a bike, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah!"
Nice.
And I got like a little pet as well, like a little robot pet that follows me around. It looks like a mobile phone with a tuna can strapped on the top. It's really fucking weird. But I really do love it. And yeah, if you guys want to come join, it's seriously really, really fun. You guys, I've been trying to get UK to join, but she's so busy with World of Warcraft. It's like,
oh yeah,
you breathe World of Warcraft, don't you?
I do. In fact, my blood is made of it.
I think we talked about. I don't know if we have talked about on the podcast. Like, how long have you been playing?
Since February 2014.
Wow, so that's a fair amount of time on World of Warcraft, though.
I've got like 40 characters.
How many hours did you say you've chewed into it?
Well, there was this one time I leveled a character for 3 days straight with no rest, and got to 60.
And you didn't die?
No, I just kept leveling. I think I just got so used to it. I was just like, I'm fine. I did sort of eat little bits and pieces, but I was getting hungry, so I had to stop after a while and stop at 60. But
I guess we should get to our main topic at hand, which we were kind of in a debate about what we were going to talk about today, because I guess we just this is more of a spontaneous sort of sort of a spontaneous sort of podcast. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess the topic I want to talk about, and I don't know if this will be a big topic or not to talk about, but we wanted to basically, because we've been sharing Flash games, what Flash games would you recommend, and what Flash games you wouldn't recommend, and Flash game memories and stuff, sexy Flash game memories. But I will let you go first, UK Shadette.
Well, the two we mentioned, the Lesbian Meet and Fuck one, I would recommend it. I mean, it might be your thing if you want to slap women on the arse with dildos and stuff, then go for it. And the other one that we played, even though it's got its weirdness, it has its sexiness too, which makes it kind of worth it. I can't think of any others I'd recommend, because there was this other one that you showed me as well, and that I said I'd already played. That one where you got to give that girl an orgasm before she wakes up, but it's so hard. And every time
Isn't it literally just called Orgasm Girl? I'm pretty sure it's literally called that.
I think it is called that. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any others that you would recommend?
My mind has just blanked. Have you played far too many?
Well,
to the point I don't.
To the point that you just don't know. There's just too many boobs in there.
Yeah. Not happy.
The games that I'd recommend, if you want a good laugh, any of the... I think that they're called the Sex Kitten series. They're so funny because it's literally a girl literally going, "Oi, idiot, we gotta do this thing and then we can fuck, but you gotta go punch a dude and then steal a baby's ice cream." It's literally... That's how the game talks to you. It's like, "Oh, idiot." And it's so funny, but at the same time, it's really, it's kind of odd. Another one I'd probably recommend. I mean, the Orgasm Girl ones are kind of I mean, you really want a game that you can kind of chew into. If you want a fun style game that kind of rewards you a little bit, Frank's Adventure is a really good Flash game. It's puzzle based too, and you play as a reporter who has to a report of a porn industry thing, and you've got to like get pictures and stuff. And to do that, you've got to go around the city and talk to like famous characters. Like there's characters from like TV shows and all that stuff, and it's really fun. And I think there's like 4 Frank's Adventure games, so like it'll keep you busy. Because I got to maybe like I recently started playing him again, and I got to the 3rd one, and I'm really stuck on it because you've got to do everything in order.
Okay.
Yeah, to get it right, and it kind of just I guess it kind of just messes you up a bit because you've got to remember where everything is.
You need to write it down.
Yeah, you do, because there's like it's literally a list of things where you go, okay, I've got to do this, this, and this. I've got to do this, this, and this. Anything else I can recommend? In terms of like good Flash games, I mean, those would kind of be the prime ones that I would pick, because to me it's more like sexy Flash animations I like versus sexy like video games, like, because the video games are not as good as just animation, straight out animation anyway. Bad ones, yeah, Dusty's Castle kind of hits it up there a little bit now. Yeah.
When I told you and gave you the screenshots.
No, it's okay. Anything that I wouldn't recommend, it's hard because like I don't think I've played like a bad Flash game that was kind of like, I don't know, because with Flash games it's different. You kind of know what you're getting into, and there's nothing really like awful, except like it could be fucked up. But usually like when it's a fucked up thing, you know before you click it anyway. Whereas apparently Dusty's Castle's just got you fuck a cooked pig halfway through the game, which it does not give you any indication that that is going to happen at all. It doesn't tell you that that's going to happen, but it happens anyway. Yeah. Oh, that was a game. I mentioned it in one of my Sexy Beach one. It's called SimGirl RPG. That's actually one of the most famous Flash games, and
I might have played that one.
Yeah, where you literally got to like it's just a sim RPG of like trying to get with the girl.
Yeah.
And you got to go to the gym and stuff.
Oh yeah, now I remember this. I played this a while ago.
Yeah, it's a very like, you've got to balance out your character and you've got to work at it, but when you do get it.
I had a bad Flash game. It's a dress-up game. It's a dress-up game, so basically you strip the character, but it doesn't actually let you strip, and it did not give me any warning. It was a Hinata from Naruto, and because she's a hot character. But anyway, I was going to take her top off, and then this scary face flashed up, just like that, and I had no idea.
That's horrible. I was like,
I actually nearly cried. I was like, "Fuck you, game."
So it was like a troll game.
Yeah. And it didn't even give any indication. It gave promises. It made promises that it could not keep, and then that thing popped up.
Oh, that's horrible. You'll have to send me a screenshot, not of the scary face, because I don't expect you to do that, but like the
I'll find it again and
Oh, that's horrible. See, I don't like jump scare stuff, especially when you're like looking for sexy stuff. You don't want that.
Found it.
Oh, you got it?
The one. Hang on.
Yeah, send me some sort of print screen.
The music on the background.
Oh no, is it really that bad? I'm gonna click it. I'm not gonna play it though because I'm not. Oh my god, it looks bad. What? What?
Okay, I'll try it again.
Why did you do that? How scary is it? How scary is it?
Don't do it, man. Don't.
How scary is it? I don't want to do it now.
Don't do it, you're gonna die. Oh my god.
Is it really that bad?
I'm really sorry for scaring the shit out of you.
I'm so scared. I don't want to be. I don't want to do it. I don't want to look.
Just share the link to everyone else and just
They
like
can play it. They can
play at your own discretion.
I don't want. I don't want to move. I don't want to do it. That was so scary. That was really scary. I don't want to do
I was
it.
just trying again to make sure that was the one.
Oh my god! You're gonna try it again.
Yeah, just to make, and it was just awful, and
Oh.
and that was the one. I was like, oh my god, it was the one. Shit.
Oh, that's so scary. Just hearing your blood-curdling scream. That was horrible.
It's so unexpected, though. I mean, that's what they call a jump scare, I guess. But damn.
Yeah, basically. That's horrible.
Even Jeff the Killer looks better than that. Even Jeff the Killer isn't that scary.
Yeah, even is it worse than Jeff the Killer's face?
In my opinion, yeah, it is.
Oh,
it's like
that's
those
horrible.
things you see in a Japanese horror movie with blood all on its face and its skin peeled off.
Was there any questions on last week's one? I don't think there was.
Really?
Last week's podcast.
Not at all. People leave some questions. God damn.
People do it. Yeah, because last time was our E3 one. Let me just check to see what people said. Oh yeah, people were saying Fallout 4. Corby said Fallout 4 with naughty mods would be great. Oh, okay. And you already answered this one, but I guess you can answer it on the podcast.
Okay.
Alex Kryek asked you, you have a tattoo on your arm, is that real? And what does it say or mean?
It's real. Well, the one at the top, they're both, one of them means mother and one of them means father, and they're Japanese. They're in Japanese writing, calligraphy or whatever you call it. And I drew them myself for the tattoos to do, because I used to do like stuff like that. So yeah, and then he went and done it for me, done the tattoos for me.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, Shears Man said Shady Corner isn't let me sign in for some reason because of websites being a dick. I fixed it, so it should be working whether or not your Patreon thing's not working or whether or not the forum's not working. It should be working now. I'm pretty sure. Like, if you go over and check now, everything's working. The other thing, too, is somebody commented saying that the developers of Honey Pop made Honey Pop tissue boxes.
Oh my... I did not know this.
And I was like, where's mine? Because I was... Please.
We should get free tissue boxes. We should promoting their game.
Hey, we should. Look, I'm going to try and get him on the podcast. I'm hoping to get him on here.
Ooh.
Oh, someone else has said to you that you're not the only one. Shader, I don't have a cell phone either.
Oh yeah, I saw that comment. I was like, yeah.
Don't worry, you're not missing out on much not having a cell phone.
Nah.
Honestly, you're fine.
Hey, we're preventing car crashes and stuff, and traffic problems.
Exactly. Well, on that note, I guess we'll end the podcast. But like I said, if you want to leave us recommendations for Flash games that you want us to play, whether they be good sexy or bad sexy, leave them in the comment box below. That's our topic for this week. Also, if you want to sign up to Patreon, you get awesome, cool Patreon stuff, like exclusive videos and behind-the-scenes stuff, and sexy, sexy pictures drawn by amazing artists. You can go over to the Dat Game Patreon. And also, if you just want to shoot us an email, go over to shadycorner.com, and you can be like, hey, Shades, you're a dick. And I'll be like, sweet, cool, I get it. So, on that note, have you got anything else to say, UK Shade?
Not at all. Just keep thinking about the boobs.
Keep that is a life lesson. That is a life lesson. And on that note, I'm Shades.
And I'm UK Shadette.
And we will see you guys on the next Datcast.
Bye.